The number one thing that we're talking about today is the major color shift that we're seeing in bathrooms, which is super groovy because we've all had white bathrooms for a while and they're great, but now we're expanding options, which I think is really lovely. And we're seeing things come in like soft neutrals, really strong pops of rich jewel tones like this gorgeous tiled shower stall, or even just a black and white statement, which is very cool with a little bit of a neutral introduced. It's great. I love what we're seeing now. For instance, I can't get my eyes off of this shower stall. Now, if you're going to commit to a blue in a tile, which is a hard surface like this, do it all the way. But keep it in an isolated element like a shower or perhaps like a band below a vanity top or something like that. It's really a great way to just kind of add it in an accent pop that it makes it look really rich and very intentional, right? The second direction that we're definitely seeing a lot of action on is this very sort of like mellow yellow kind of natural colors, soft neutrals. I love this one that's kind of got like almost a peach cast to it, which is really lovely. There's kind of a peachy limestone on the countertop, and I love this sort of natural finish on the wood cabinets, and then they've kept the rest of it rather quiet and white still. So that's lovely and a beautiful way to kind of incorporate those soft neutral statements. And then this third one, it's amazing. They've done black walls in this bathroom, and then they've added this sexy deep walnut base cabinet to the vanity, which I think is gorgeous. But then there's also this kind of sexy, deep tonal change, which is great. And that could be a black, that could be a midnight blue. Ooh, that would be so amazing. Or even think about like a charcoal gray or a super deep teal. All of these are great new on-trend statements in the bathroom. So the second one, which is layering of patterns, is a really super interesting one, but it can make you a little bananas. So you have to deliver it with some intentionality, let's say that. And you can do it in two formats. You can either look to add layers of pattern with tile and wood and shapes of tile and grout colors and all of that direction, or go, I'm going to put slabs everywhere, and that's a major statement. Now, this is a project that I did recently where I took the hexagonal pattern tile in 3 tones on the floor, and then I also added a pop of color on the vanity base. So that's all really sort of groovy and makes a statement, but notice that I kept the rest of it rather quiet and rather simple, so it accentuates that statement there. So the second way that you can get this layering of patterns without going completely bananas is to choose a stone and use it as a major statement. And this is a gorgeous way to do it, where you've got this beautiful book-matched black and white, I don't know what stone, on a backsplash behind the vanity, and then they've also continued the material over down on the front of the top of the vanity, which is absolutely beautiful. Or if you really want to go to town, you could do all the floors and all the walls in the same stone. And for instance, how they've done this here actually makes this work, because the stone itself is complex in its veining, but it's only 2 tones. It's the white and the blue. And so it makes it work without going absolutely crazy with this. Now, the third way you can deliver this is a accent wall statement. And this is a beautiful one where you've got these big book-matched panels of, again, some sort of black and white stone that I'm not sure what it is, but it carries behind the tub and all the way around and into the shower. And then the rest of the bathroom is, of course, kept rather simple. There's a beautiful natural wood floor, which accentuates and adds warmth to that statement. And then all of the plumbing fixtures are a plain white. So it makes it work in a way without making you crazy. And if you guys are one of those guys where you're absolutely about to attack a kitchen or do something significant like a kitchen or a bathroom with your home, maybe add in a small addition, change out some windows, renovate in any way, you absolutely need to check out the designer method. This is my new program for anyone who's doing any kind of significant either construction or renovation to their homes. I take you from soup to nuts. There's a link down below that'll give you more information on it. So check out the link down below. It's definitely in the description, but it's also right here, and I hope I see you there. So now trend number 3 is about plumbing fixtures. And the next trend in toilets actually that we're seeing is kind of a sleek tankless style. And most of the tankless style, really what that word just means is that the tank that you normally see is behind the wall. And so most of those are wall hung. And as you can see, they're great for contemporary spaces because they have a very sleek, clean look to them. There's just this lovely little button on the wall. You just hit that to flush it and you're done. So also very on trend is to ditch that tub shower combo and either opt for a shower only or opt for a shower plus a freestanding tub. Now, these are not your grandma's clawfoot tub, that's for sure. These are unusual shapes. They're forming them in rosins now, so you can get them up on legs. I'm seeing them done in metals. There's the deep Japanese soaking style, which is gorgeous. Look at this one in copper, which is absolutely insane. Or I love this one that also comes in kind of like a hammered stainless. That's off the hook. I would bathe in that all day long. And then you've also just got unusual shapes and really interesting ways to put these tubs in feature areas. So these absolutely gorgeous and unique freestanding soaking tubs are completely on trend. Trend number 4 is the power powder. Oh, this is so groovy. Powder rooms have always been places where we could play with finishes, right? But wait till you see some of this stuff. One of the big trends has been towards metallic and marbleized wallpapers, okay? So it's definitely room to feature them in, and I mean, just cover the whole space in it if you want, or just slap it on the back wall. I love this one where it's just this black and white marbleized. It looks like you just opened this gorgeous antique book and stepped in, and it's a powder room. How fun is that? I adore this one where they've taken this deco blue tile and they have gone floors and all 4 walls with it. It's delicious, and that's an amazing powder room to step into. I mean, you'd go there and you'd go, oh my God, did I just travel? And this one is for all you glam lovers out there. Metallic wallpaper, which is a major trend for this year. And then they've added kind of a Warhol-esque art piece right in the center, kept the mirror kind of this lovely lozenge shape, which is fabulous. I mean, if you were in a party and you stepped into this room, the party is happening in this room. So these are all great inspo ideas. And what I would say is if you're gonna redo the powder, go to town on it. Why not? It's really mainly for your guests anyway. So make it a reflection of your deepest you. So, and I really want to thank all of you guys that have been subscribing. You are so much fun. I love it. And you also really help the channel. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed and liked and smashed that button, what's going on? Get to it. So the next trend that I'm really excited about is the spa statement. And I don't know if you guys know, but I've done a ton of spas over the years because my background is actually hospitality design. And so I've done, you know, hundreds of spas. So this is a great trend. I'm so happy to see it coming into residential bathrooms because who wants to go spend a ton of money in a spa when you can make a spa in your bathroom? And there's some easy ways to do this. Well, we have to consider specific elements that we're going to use. And what are those? They're based in nature. So you want to see things like natural stone, natural finished woods, plasters. You know, there's even a plaster out now that's waterproof. I just did a shower with it. It was so groovy. You can do limestone. You can do pebble. Oh, I love pebble on floors of showers because your feet can grip, you don't slip, and it's a little bit like getting a foot massage while you're in there. And then think about organic shapes, and we definitely want to include plants. The whole sort of biophilic movement is definitely part of this. For instance, look at this picture I adore, where the freestanding tub is set in front of a living wall, which I love. I think that's amazing. And then it's set on a bed of pebbles, and underneath that bed is a drain pan. So basically you can get out of that tub dripping wet and it just catches down below. It's a super detail. I love it. Here's another space that absolutely I think is groovy as all get out. It's got an exquisite freestanding tub sitting in front of a window. So you're not only getting the experience of the plants through the window, but then it's got this philodendron that's slopping over into the tub. And then they've done just kind of like almost a freeset raw terracotta tile floor to it. So again, what you're wanting to do if you're wanting to look at these images and say, how can I do this, is you want to bring in nature as much as possible. You want to work with natural materials. You want to think about plain woods. You want to think about recessed lighting. That's another one that's really soft. But you could totally deliver the same experience in your bathroom by utilizing the idea of these same materials. So here's a few resources that you definitely want to check out when you're ready to redo your bathrooms. And these are mostly online, but there are a couple that you're going to have to resource locally. Online, things like Tile Bar, Home Depot is fabulous, Clay, and Artistic Tile. All four of those have great resources that you can look at online. For stone, you're going to want to check out your local slab warehouses. And those slab warehouses are even going to have the porcelain product that I was telling you about earlier. And I'll link the actual name of that product in the description. But you can look at vendors like MSI and Bedrosian and my Euro and Australia guys. You guys will know who your stone suppliers are. Everybody usually is a local vendor. And you're going to want to go look and see those stones anyway, in person, individually. So just call and make an appointment and get in there. Another thing that you're going to definitely want to include if you're looking at layered patterning is all of these cool new wonderful wallpapers that people are adding. So take a look at Tempaper Wall Sauce. That's a fun new one that I haven't talked about before. Etsy, of course. West Elm, which has some really groovy marbleized papers, which are fabulous. And then, of course, like I told you before, Designers Guild, you want to check them out as well. Last item that you want to double check on is your plumbing resources. Where are you going for that? You're going to head to Ferguson's online, and you're going to head to build.com. I like Toto, I like Kohler, I like Duravit. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys next week.